Get ready for Prophets and Ballers, where politics are a passion, sports are a living, and God is a given.
Hey! Come on now, fellas! We've got to answer the bell. Now let's go!
Hey, welcome to another Prophets and Ballers episode. An honor to be with you guys. We got a lot to cover, exciting things to cover. This is part 2 of the studs and duds in the NFL, meaning the stud teams and the dud teams and the stud players and the dud players. We do that because, as you guys know, we are breaking and reviewing a lot of sports cards, and we want to continue to do that. So please give us a like, subscription, wherever it may be, to help us grow our business. Mr. P, tell them any other information.
Yeah, no problem. So we're all over the place: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're starting to do the sports card pack reviews. Not only that, but we are also giving you highlights. So if you're interested in our giveaways, if you're interested in purchasing our cards, we're open to pretty much anything in the sports card market, and as well as our podcast, what you're listening to right now.
Thank you, Mr. P. So last time we did AFC as part 1. This time we're going to go to NFC part 2. But before we do that,
CJ Stroud right in the pocket. It's in the pocket by CJ Stroud.
how about CJ Stroud? I know he's in the AFC, but he's so good. I thought, Slags, we got to do a quick take on him. My first question to you was going to be, I considered Marino's rookie year 1984.
83, actually.
I'm talking about his second year
Okay.
as a full-time starter. Is this the best you've seen a rookie play the position ever? And my other question is, the odds of him winning the MVP, and do you think he can win the MVP? Go.
I think that he will be mentioned. I don't think he's going to win it simply because Houston's not going to, as a team, they're not ready yet. So you're going to see the MVP come from the usual suspects. You're going to see Jalen Hurts. You're going to see Patrick Mahomes. Those are going to be the dudes that merit serious consideration for MVP. Now, the mere fact that Stroud will be mentioned in that conversation is immense. And Houston Texan fans really should be excited about the prospects of their future because, let's face it, when you talk about football, the NFL, the most important position, bar none, is quarterback. It's like pitching in baseball. It's like the goalie in hockey. You have to have a strong quarterback if you want to be successful. There's been outliers in history where average to, in the case of Trent Dilfer, below average quarterbacks have won.
Or Tommy Barrasso for the Pittsburgh Penguins, giving up 30-foot wrist shots.
Yeah, I'm not a Barrasso fan. Trust me.
Yeah,
A lot of people said that he should have got MVP votes or Conn Smythe votes for their second cup. I'm not one of them. I look at it as he cost them at least 2 cups. They won 2 with him. He cost them 2.
Yeah,
David Bullock, Tom Fitzgerald, 2
Yeah.
names that will haunt Penguin fans forever.
And I'll never forget when Mario Lemieux said he was really, really pissed off after they lost Game 6, and he's like, I remember, vaguely they asked him, so what's the mood going to be, the demeanor going to be in Game 7. He's like, we shouldn't be here because anything can happen in a Game 7.
Yeah, that's right. And anything did happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just to go a little tangent, for those that still think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan told his teammates, you better never, ever put me in a Game 7 situation.
And he never was.
Yep. He said, don't put me in a Game 7 situation. And Michael Jordan wins 6 championships, 2 three-peats, in the championship games, wins all the MVPs, and not one series goes 7 games. So getting back to the NFC, because, our sports card followers follow as well. So obviously you're going to tell them to keep piling and stockpiling CJ Stroud. So let's move on to the NFC. And there's some great games this week in the NFC. Philadelphia's schedule gets really, really tough. They have a bye week, and then they go to Kansas City. Then they host Buffalo. They host San Francisco. Then they go to Dallas. And then they go at Seattle. So they have 6 games where realistically they can go 3-3.
Right. But here's the thing about that. The fact that they're sitting at 8-1 right now, they go 3-3. They're looking at an 11-4 record going into their final 3 games where they play the Giants twice and the Cardinals. So even I'm going to sit here and say they go that should be their goal. If they go 3-3, they'll be in good shape, because you're looking at a team that's going to finish 13-4, right? If they go 3-3, because there's no way they're going to lose any of their final 3 games against the Giants and Cardinals, right? Because that's how bad those teams are right now.
And that's a great point. And so let's start with the NFC East. Studs and duds. Let's just go ahead with the Eagles. Obviously, so what do you think about Jalen Hurts? Mr. P, what's his base card going for? His rookie base card. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, rookie
base card.
Oh, that's going for. This is going for about $500.
Okay, so Jalen Hurts.
Oh no, these are autographs. Sorry. So for his base. Oh, here it is. Base rookie Prism, $39.
Okay, so that's ungraded, probably, right?
Yeah, that's ungraded.
Yeah, so graded it goes for $100. So CJ Stroud. So Jeff, I throw it back to you. Would you recommend our followers?
No, so I got to correct you, because this is kind of crazy. The Jalen Hurts rookie card, 2020 Panini base ESA graded 10, is actually going for $500.
Wow.
The base rookie.
Wow. That's how much guys, that's how much grading makes a difference. Anyways, okay. But you can buy it without grading for $39.
Yep.
Okay, Jeff, do you recommend our followers to continue to power up on Jalen Hurts? Or do
100%.
Or do you think he's not going to be that Patrick Mahomes or CJ Stroud type of number guy? But if he wins a Super Bowl, right, his card goes through the roof.
100%. 100%. He's special. I'm actually leaning on him a little bit to win the MVP this year. simply because Philly's been so great all season long. 8-1, leading the division by 2 full games over Dallas. Like you mentioned, they have the bye week this week, and then they get into its tough stretch. But here's the thing. They go into that tough stretch. Jalen Hurts lights it up during that tough stretch. He's pretty much going to cement the MVP, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay, so folks, you heard it from our expert. He's saying continue to pile up on Jalen Hurts because at some point that card will become unaffordable. So get it while it's affordable, because he wins the Super Bowl, that $39 card, the market overreacts. That $39 card can easily be $390. That's just how the market works in the world of sports cards. What do you think about, your age? The receivers and the running backs, right? When we talk about studs and duds, in collecting cards, the cards you want to collect in the NFL, obviously, is the quarterback position. They're the cards that gives you the most return. However, sometimes, I'll put it to you this way. I'm looking at a Justin Jefferson rookie, and that only goes for $20. That's the difference between a wide receiver rookie card and a quarterback rookie card. So I still want to kind of get into it. What do you think about Devontae Smith and AJ Green? Are they the best 1-2 punch in the game?
I mean, they're certainly right up there in the argument. I mean, when you talk about that, just look at the production. Green was, if you recall, it wasn't that long ago that he wasn't he expressing discontent with how he was being used.
Yeah,
I think that was Brown too.
Brown, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brown. Yeah, Brown was
Brown.
definitely going at Jalen Hurts on the sideline. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then look what happened after he kind of showed his ass, so to speak.
Yeah, he has 1,000 yards for the year. He has 1,000 yards for the year.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, wasn't it after the Minnesota game that he was really pissed? I think he only had 3 or 4 receptions that game.
And then
they come back the very next game that they had against the Buccaneers. The dude had, 100. He's gone over, put it this way, up until the November 5th game against the Cowboys, he had gone over 125 receiving yards in 6 straight games after that blow up. So
that's amazing. That
insane
really
production.
Yeah.
Insane production. But I mean, you want to talk about 1-2 punches. I mean, you talk about him. They certainly have to be in the discussion there. Obviously you got Tyreek Hill, and you can just pair Tyreek up with anybody because of his production as well.
Well, what do you think about Devontae Smith? To me, he's better than I ever thought.
DeAndre?
Not DeAndre Swift. No, Devontae Smith.
Whipped?
Who's the other receiver?
Dude, are you talking running backs for the Eagles?
No.
Are you're talking about Devontae Smith or DeAndre? You're talking about the receivers?
Yeah, the receivers.
Devontae? You're talking about Devontae, right?
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody get a mallet.
Yeah, Jesus. We're talking receivers.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the FedEx ground and air game.
No, they have very similar names, so let's just
Well, no, I thought he was talking about combination as far as running back receiver combination, talking about the air and the ground game. That's why I thought you were talking about
At what part did I throw that hint in there that I
Well,
was going to
listen.
transition to running back.
When you
My
talk
goodness.
when you talk like you have marbles in your mouth, it's difficult to understand. Listen, you literally were trying to say Devontae Smith, and it came out Fat Albert is what you actually said.
Unbelievable.
Thought you were
Unbelievable.
talking about receivers and cartoons for a minute.
Okay, let's quickly go to their
Devontae Smith, or we're skipping over him.
No,
but
no.
I do have his stats if you want to hear him.
Do it.
Yeah, what's his stats for the
So
year?
he has 533 yards, 12 and a half average, 42 receptions, 4 touchdowns for the year.
Those are solid numbers. And he's been solid through his mini career. I'm just saying that he's much better than I ever thought he'd be. I didn't think he could take a hit the way he's taking hits out there.
Yeah, smaller dude for sure. But I mean, when you have speed like that, I mean, that can overcome a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
This is his third year, 6 foot, 170 pounds, 24 years old.
Yeah. So before we go to the Dallas Cowboys, how great of a game was that, Dallas and Philly? But before we go to that, you know, because we have so many followers, we're going to go on a tangent here. A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, obviously, they had that moment. Now, Sleggs, as a Steeler expert, are you getting nervous about George Pickens this mad this early in his career while they keep winning?
Nah, I'm not. I think Pickens, the last game, the little outburst, I think that was a combination. I think he was pissed at himself as well as his lack of targets. And the one thing that I'll say is I trust Tomlin being able to handle that situation. Tomlin handled AB for how long, right? Nobody ever heard anything with regards to AB until he finally had his meltdown in 2018.
Yeah.
Tomlin literally kept that dude under control for like 7 years. So I think that with the veteran leadership that they have in the locker room, guys like Allen Robinson, guys like Cam Hayward, I think also Najee too. I think that they'll get through to him to where he understands that, listen, things are going to be okay. You're going to be a stud. You're a very important part of this offense. I have to say right now, if I'm Pickens, I'm also going to be pissed because Pickett misses him on so many occasions, number one, right? I mean, seriously.
Dude, no. There was one play that just killed me with Pickett. I mean, killed me.
When he ran the corner route and he was wide open. Would have been a 60-yard touchdown and Pickett underthrew him.
Well, yeah, that one too. But there was one that was just a, you know, the rushers were coming in, the middle opened up, and he started running like maybe 2 yards, and he had a receiver wide open 8 yards away, running across the field. It just you know, straight shot, and he overthrows an 8-yard throw. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. I was like, no wonder Matt Canada's so scared, you know, because dude, they were running all game. He only had 150, 60 yards, and they still won the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of where I'm getting back to is it's a combination of Pickett and Canada right now that are contributing to Pickens having these poor games, these back-to-back games. The play last game against the Titans when Pickett hit Deontay down the sideline on I think it was a 3rd and 6. He dropped one in the bucket for like a 32-yard gain. He actually had Pickens wide open across the middle of the field, and he just didn't even look at him. Instead, he threw the 9 route to Deontay, and it's like, hey, kudos for you for putting a great pass in there. Why don't you take the wide open crossing route that nobody was near?
Okay. because I want to stick with the NFC, but because
Did have to go on a tangent though.
yeah,
Well,
but-
you did say you want to go on a tangent,
yeah,
you fathead.
I did, and because we do card reviews, so many, not just our followers, so many people in the industry was so high on Kenny Pickett. Now, my next question is, do you continue to buy him because his prices have dropped, buy low and maybe sell high, or
Yeah.
just do you just hold on to what you have and don't buy anymore, or sell and just see and wait and wait what
I'd say
happens?
invest a little more on the buy low.
Oh, you would buy low.
Exactly, because here's the thing: Canada's contract expires after this season, and I'm going to go on record to say that they don't renew him and they bring someone else in. And if they do bring in somebody with whether they have pedigree or just a better mind than Canada, that can do wonders for Kenny Pickett.
Wow. So you're putting
Next
a buy
season?
on Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys heard it here.
I was gonna say watch and see because
Yeah.
well, here we go.
No, I mean, so guys, you heard it here. He says keep stockpiling on Jalen Hurts, and he says buy low on Kenny Pickett. He's got faith in him, and by having faith in him, it's obvious that he doesn't trust the offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, and you really believe that the offensive coordinator is that responsible for a quarterback's performance?
I think it's a combination. And I think that the ineptitude of Canada is contributing to Pickett. Look, the guy is getting happy feet during the early part of games. His inaccuracy is well documented. I think if he gets somebody in there that actually has a good system that can get him the early, easy throws, that can give him some actual momentum in the early part of games, that he can really thrive with that. So, am I saying that Pickett's going to be, a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? I'm not ready to say that. But am I ready to say that he's going to be out of the league as a starter in the next couple of years? No. I want to see him with a honest to goodness OC that knows what he's doing, that knows how to scheme, knows how to game plan, and then let's pass judgment at that point. That's why I think buy low on him right now, because change is coming after this season as in regards to the offensive coordinator.
Oh, after this season.
Yeah,
So
after this season's
oh,
over,
so-
they're going to have a new OC.
Oh wow. So what would happen? So if Matt Canada gets re-signed,
He's not getting re-signed.
but
They're not
what if that happens?
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not. It's not going to happen. I don't care if they make the playoffs. It doesn't matter. They're not going to re-sign a guy that has yet to produce a 400-yard game in his career as an OC in 3 years, and they average 16 points a game. It's not going to happen.
Okay. All right. You want to continue with the NFC?
Yeah.
Is that the end of the tangent, or you got more?
No. He really defended. He really defended Kenny Pickett there, which was very. That was intriguing. Very intriguing. Very. I learned a lot there myself. To have that much faith in Kenny Pickett still.
So moving on to the Commanders or the Cowboys.
I'll say one thing right now. How about
Okay, how about them Cowboys? What's your take on it? First of all, I thought that was one of the best games of the season, but once again, Dak Prescott in a big game just doesn't deliver. on the 2-point conversion, the awareness isn't there. His foot goes out of bounds. Miss CD Lamb on an easy touchdown. It was a very close game. It was very winnable by the Cowboys. Now, having said that, do you put the Eagles way above the Cowboys, or do you think the Cowboys can come back and bite them in the wild card as a wild card?
They could certainly do that. I mean, Dak wasn't terrible against Philly. I mean, yeah, he missed a couple plays, but overall, I mean, he was 29 of 44, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He did get sacked 5 times, but
Holds
I mean,
on to the ball too
overall,
long.
yeah, but I think the penalties. I mean, they had a chance to win at the end. They were what? They were on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Penalties hurt them there, and that is in my opinion, that's more of a reflection on the coaching than it is Dak. McCarthy just, I know he's a yinzer and we should have his back.
Yeah.
This guy just continuously does the same stupid stuff in high pressure moments. I just don't trust him as having his teams ready in those high pressure moments. Now, the Cowboys are getting ready to go through a bit of an easy stretch here with their schedule. They got the Giants, they're at Carolina, then they got Washington and Seattle, and Philly all at home, though. So even if they lose to Philly again, I see them winning in that stretch. I see them going 4-1. I could easily see them going 4-1 in that stretch.
So, so you said the Giants, Carolina, Washington.
Yeah, they have the Giants at home, then they're at Carolina, then they're home for 3 straight against Washington, Seattle, and Philly.
Okay,
so
Seattle and Philly, and at Buffalo, at Miami.
Yeah, then the final 4 games, they're at Buffalo, at Miami, at home against Detroit, and at Washington. So that's going to be a really tough end of the season for them. I don't see them winning the division anyhow, but I see them finishing with regards to the wild card. I can certainly see Dallas probably finishing as the number 1 wild card when you look at the rest of the NFC. Right now, Seattle holds that spot, but I see Dallas beating them in Dallas, which means that the tiebreaker would vault them over Seattle. So I see Dallas being cemented as the number 1 wild card whenever the postseason starts.
So you would rate them as a stud team?
Yeah. I put them as a stud team.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, no one's going to buy Dak Prescott rookie cards. I mean, he's been in the league for such a long time. Maybe CD Lamb, etc. But who's the unsung heroes for the Cowboys? I mean, I know Jake Ferguson had a hell of a game. What's carrying this Dallas team?
Defense has been
Parsons.
Yeah. Parsons is ridiculous. I mean, that dude's incredible.
So what's their defensive rank? I saw that Kansas City was ranked 2nd in defense.
Yeah.
That is
well. If you look purely at NFC, they're 2nd in the NFC in points per game allowed.
Wow.
They've given up 148 points. 2nd to San Fran, who's given up 140 in 8 games. That side of the ball has just been consistent for them. I mean, they got a plus 72 point differential. They're 5-3, and they have the 2nd best point differential in the NFC, right behind San Fran. So
okay, yeah. So no, I agree. I completely agree. I think my hesitation is what the 49ers did to them. But that was many weeks back.
Yeah, San Fran's done that to a lot of teams, but I know they're on a 3-game skid. However, they have humbled quite a few teams in the first half of the season.
Okay, so yeah, Dallas is a star team. I agree with you there. As far as investing in individual players, personally, I can't think of any names. Um, but I'll tell you who I would continue to invest in. Sammy Howe
I was,
for
bro.
the
You
Commanders.
you just stole my thunder because I was going to say while Washington is a dud team, looks like there'll be a coaching change after this season. I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll retain
Rivera,
Rivera.
yeah, enough of that silly
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah. But I mean,
Go
Sam
for
Howell.
it
Sam
on your own
Howell.
10-yard line. Enough with the gambling run, you know?
Yeah, but
Y-
Sam Howell is that's a legitimate guy to be excited about it for Washington fans. Definitely buy on him.
I mean, he throws 300 yards every single week. Kenny Pickett hasn't done that once. Not one.
Dude, that's
Kenny
that's
Pickett.
think
See,
about
the
what you
Steelers'
just said.
offense doesn't even get 300 yards.
It's mind blowing. So does that bother you a little bit that with all those quarterback choices, pretty much all of them are kind of panning out, or they're at least solid. You see potential. I mean, do you remember how much I love Sam Howell?
Yeah.
Do
I
you,
remember you talking with me about him when he was at UNC and
yeah,
asking if he was a legit Heisman candidate.
yeah. I mean, he's got a howitzer for an arm. It reminds me of Marino a little bit, where he's a gunslinger. He doesn't care if there's three people there. Like Marino said, they asked him, Dan, you continuously throw it into double coverage. He's like, that's because you can't intercept a perfect throw.
Right.
So, uh, and I see the same mindset with Sam Howell. So, I mean, where do you put him as far as these young quarterbacks? He's definitely a stud. I mean, where do you put him against the Will Levises, the Kenny Pickett's, the C.J. Strouds?
I put him right behind. I mean, Stroud's at the top of the list, and then I'd put Howell right behind him. He's
Yeah,
certainly ahead of Kenny Pickett, and Levis hasn't played enough to merit being ranked uh, that high. Although you'd have to wonder if he wouldn't look better in the black and gold.
right.
I think Levis is definitely a dude worth keeping an eye on because I think he's got it. I think he's going to be a dude. But I'd put Howell right behind Stroud right now.
Wow, that's very impressive. Yeah, so folks, just keep buying Sam Howell cards. Um, once is an accident, twice is a trend, and this has become a trend. He's consistently torching defenses. Yes, will he throw interceptions? Absolutely, because that's who he is. He's a gunslinger. He's going to go back there. He's going to take his shots. Uh, Moving on to the New York Giants. I mean, there's
Don't even
nothing.
waste your time.
Yeah,
There's nothing to talk about.
there's absolutely nothing to talk about, um, except for the fact, what were they thinking signing Danny Pennies for the amount that they signed him for?
I
Uh,
think they felt like they were in a position where they didn't have a choice. And unfortunately he got hurt. I'm not the Debbie Downer on him like everybody else is. I think he's a decent player, but I think they were just stuck in a situation where they felt like they didn't have a choice, and that's why they signed him to that. Now he gets hurt. The team is trash. Saquon, I don't see him staying. I see them doing a total rebuild, but they'll be stuck now with that contract with
yeah.
Jones. But I bet I don't even want to talk about them anymore. They're
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah. Enough. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry, G-man, but enough. If you Want more? If you want more Giants talk, go to your local newspaper. And
Or sports bar.
you might find a column. I don't even think New Yorkers are talking about them.
No.
You might find a column about my goodness,
Yeah.
embarrassing, just absolutely embarrassing. No, poor Mara, unbelievable. Okay, let's head down. This is intriguing. This is very intriguing question. After 3 losses in a row, are you still high on Brock Purdy?
Well, they've had some injuries that they've dealt with. They're going to get Debo back this weekend. Obviously, a huge part of their offense. I'm not down on Purdy yet, just because I feel like while Purdy, I wouldn't classify him as a superstar. I think he is somebody who's very good when he's got his supporting cast around him. Okay, so you got CMC. Kittle, Debo, when they're all in there with him, then yeah, he's the man. But I think he's shown that with the injuries, he can't do it alone. So he's not there yet. Will he get there? Possibly. But they're getting healthy now. I mean, come on, they got Chase Young. That defense is sick to begin with, and then you add Chase Young to the mix.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's not like Purdy needs to be putting up 30 points a game from here.
You know what? You know what's crazy about Purdy? So I was going through his Instagram, and he posted a picture of him on a farm, riding like a big, industrial like tractor. He's a farmer, right? On the weekends, or helps out his family or something like that.
Cool.
And then in the comments, right?
Mhm.
People are calling him a system farmer. Right, because he's a system quarterback. So they're calling him a system farmer.
Oh, that's too funny.
They got a tough stretch. They got a bye week, or they're coming off a bye week, I should say.
Yeah.
They're about to hit a tough stretch themselves. They're at Jacksonville. That's going to be a tough game. At home against Tampa Bay, they should win that easily. Then they travel to Seattle and Philly. Back-to-back weeks. Playing at Seattle is certainly no easy task. Divisional game on the road, primetime Thursday night game. Okay. That's going to be tough. And then to turn around and play Philadelphia on the road after that. We're going to find out.
What do you think that line will be? Philly minus.
Which one?
San Francisco and Philly. Philly minus.
I'm going to say Philly minus 3.
Philly minus 3.
Home field spread.
I'm going to go with Philly minus 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go Philly minus 2.5. Yeah, on a neutral field, that's just a great matchup. So before we continue, going back 5 minutes ago with Purdy, you used the word potential. So are you one of the guys that believes that he still has a ceiling and he hasn't he's not near his ceiling?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that. Let's put it this way: the dude has a very high floor. I think that we've seen.
Yes.
But I don't know that. I don't know how much higher his ceiling can get. But I do know that what he's gaining with this experience right now with his complementary cast. I'm talking about CMC, Debo, Kittle. I feel like 3-4 years down the road, he can assume that role as the guy for San Fran because of the experience that he's gaining right now as a young guy with those guys around, with those pieces around him. So, do I think that he's going to turn into the next Patrick Mahomes? No. But do I think that he's going to be above average to even very good NFL quarterback moving forward? Yes.
Okay, so obviously you have Purdy as a buy, continue to buy Purdy. Do you think right now San Francisco is a Super Bowl contender with
I do, yeah.
Purdy?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't surprise
100%.
you?
Nope. That defense. I mean, you have a defense that goes a long way, you know?
I mean, Chase Young and Bosa, imagine that.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
They just, I mean, what?
how the
Who?
NFL let that happen?
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to be a tough out. Whoever draws them in the playoffs, it's, you know, they're not going to be happy about that draw. Put it that way, you know?
Yeah, that's insane. Okay. Obviously they have a lot of studs like Christian McCaffrey, etc. You know, our card followers are sharp enough, you know, to figure out the rest of the roster. Let's go to Seattle. Kenneth Walker continues to be a stud. I've personally been surprised at how well they've been playing, although they just got blown out. But Seattle's sitting at 5-3.
Yeah, they're kind of they're Pittsburgh West in that they're sitting in the top wild card spot despite being outscored in their point differential. Seattle was 5-3 with a -4 point differential. You know, the thing about Seattle that held true, you know, 15, 20 years ago, it still holds true today, is they're super tough to play at home when they're at home. I mean, any team that goes to Seattle is in for a battle, and the Seahawks know how to win in their backyard. That's why you know, they're always going to be around like they are this year. So kudos to them right now for being in the spot that they're in. Do I expect them to go very far in the playoffs? No.
Pete Carroll, heck of a coach.
Chews the hell out of some gum.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Crushes gum like you wouldn't believe.
He crushes gum like Salt swallows marshmallows.
It's unbelievable. I'm telling you. Wow.
You know what? With the way he chews gum, you know who he reminds me of, Salts?
Bill Cowher?
No. Do you remember the movie
Lockjaw?
Tango
and Cash?
With the dude in the prison that had the jaw. Do you remember that?
No, but that's Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, but when they were in the prison,
I know.
One guy that wanted to fight them had a jaw. His jaw was enormous.
Like a Jay Leno jaw.
Oh, it made Jay Leno look like a child. This guy.
Wow.
Google Tango and Cash.
I will.
Google the prison fight scene, because the funny line was the guy had said to Sylvester Stallone, "You broke my jaw," and Kurt Russell looked at Stallone. He's like, "You broke that jaw?" And it was like the guy's jaw is just, it's enormous. That's all I got to say. That's Pete Carroll. Just the way he chews that gum, he gives his jaw a workout.
Yeah, folks, classic movie. It's 80s styles, but we'll give you movie reviews here as well. And that's an entertaining movie. It really is. Yeah. So what do you think about Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker after, now that we talked about Lockjaw Carroll? Imagine when he gets a lock on you. Oh, yeah. You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You have to go get a tetanus shot.
He's a Rottweiler. They don't let go.
Yeah. Damn, he's scaring me, man. If I get a tetanus shot. Okay. Seattle Seahawks. No one to really buy. Would you be buying more Kenneth Walker or Zach Charbonnet, or not really?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think there's
what about Jigba?
Oh, how about Jigba Smith?
I don't know.
Metcalf, Jigba, Tyler Lockett.
But the problem with Jigba is, dude, they got to get a quarterback. All right, you could say what you want about Geno, but It's Geno Smith at the
No,
end of
I
the
know.
day.
I know. Yeah, that's why I've been
Gonna hit his full
pretty
potential
silent.
with that dude throwing him, spinning the ball
Yeah.
to him. No.
No, I gotta be true to
Wow.
what I see. My confidence has gone
Wow,
has dropped.
Mr. P coming out with the Geno Smith dud.
No, yeah, he's definitely a dud, right?
Wow.
But dude, you know what I really don't like about him? I'll tell you right now. It's not his play style. It's what he does off of the field. Like, dude, he's already flaunting Ferraris and DJ Khaled, Maybachs and stuff like that. Like, dude, your contract is 12 million max. You're getting like 1 million for like, guaranteed. So it's like, how are you affording these vehicles? And he's flaunting that stuff all over social media.
Geno. Wow, studs and duds. And Geno Smith makes the dud list.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I can't even deny that.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Okay, let's go to the Rams. The
Nothing to
LA
see here.
Rams.
Just
Pass?
pass. Move along.
Okay.
They're old. They're done.
But I do want to talk about one player,
Nakua.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Exactly. Do we pile up on his cards? Is he the next Cooper Kupp? Because Kupp's going to leave at some point.
Kupp's going to leave at some point. Yeah. Nakua, yeah, you could definitely take a shot on him, stockpiling him. I mean, my God, 5th round draft pick, and look what he's doing. But I can also, as easily as I see him being like the next Cooper Kupp, I can see him being the next one that kind of just fades away slowly, where you don't
that's
really
slot receiver
like
for the Giants.
Like a flash in the pan,
Who was that slot receiver for the Giants not that long ago from Massachusetts? He'd always do the salsa.
Victor Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had injuries though that derailed him.
Oh, you're saying he's gonna slowly shy away by.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I could see him as quickly as he burst on the scene. I could see him fading into the fading into the background. Obviously having a phenomenal year. Not going to discredit that, but
Okay, now I think they had a fantastic move. I think they showed their genius at the trade deadline. They brought in Carson Wentz. Do we buy Carson Wentz rookies?
Hence why I said move along.
Wow.
What
along. Is that
Arizona,
about?
Nothing to see here.
Carson, so. I want to stick with Carson Wentz because at one point people thought he was going to win the MVP. Do you remember that season? Before he got hurt?
Yeah.
And he gets hurt, and Dick Foles takes him to the Super Bowl.
And Foles wins the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. Oh, and the Philly special was to Dick Foles, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Arizona, what do you think? A complete mess with Kyler Murray.
Dumb. Don't even talk. Stupid. There's nobody on the team that you would invest in. Just move along.
Yeah. Well, Paris Johnson Jr., he's been kind of disappointment. Their best has been their 3rd rounder, Michael Wilson. I don't know if you've got a chance to see him, but what do you think happens with Kyler Murray? I mean,
he's coming. He's supposed to play this week. Kyler's a clown. They'll move on. Unfortunately, with that contract, I don't know that they can move on from him because I don't think you're going to see anybody take him on. So I think they're going to be stuck with that.
Yeah.
So they'll be stuck with that, and they'll be mired in not mediocrity in the basement. They'll be mired in the basement. So it's time to move on. You've already spent way too much time talking about them.
Yeah,
I'd rather talk about the Giants than them.
right. No, but I think there it's an intriguing story. By the way, Arizona, their over under was it 3.5 or 4.5
I'd have to
total
look it up.
wins?
Probably 4.5. They're
Yeah.
going to hit the under.
Yeah, the under's going to hit there. That's absolutely hilarious. But I just thought it was intriguing that, how is this going to work out with Kyler Murray? Because, when he comes back, I just can't see the team rallying behind him,
No.
with that type of character. Okay, let's go to the Detroit Lions. We got to call them a stud of a team. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs opening night, went on the road. They did get hammered by Baltimore, but they have some studs there for sure.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think
the
about
kneecap.
them? And what do you
Head coach Kneecap. He's got them going. He's got them going.
And I mean, what do you see? What do you see with them as far as a playoff run? Do they have the team to do a legit playoff run?
They do. I would feel a lot more confident in them if they weren't in the same conference as Philly and San Francisco.
True.
I don't see them getting past either one of those teams. So do I see them being able to win a first round playoff game? 100% yes. Do I see them getting past Philly or San Fran? No.
Folks, you're listening to Prophets and Ballers. Please give us a subscription, a like, whatever it takes for us to fight the algorithms. In order for us to continue to give out free cards, giveaways, card reviews, all we're asking is for your support. It takes 5 seconds to click, leave us a comment wherever you listen to your podcasts. Give us a 5-star review, a nice comment, and that would be greatly appreciated. Mr. P, do you want to add to that?
No, you hit it on the head there.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, you guys know where to find us, all the social media platforms. And yeah, how about them Lions?
Okay, how about them Detroit Lions? So you have them as a stud team, and Amon St. Brown. They have great. Oh, what do you think about Jamison Williams? Is he gonna come to fruition, or
Go ahead, Mr. P.
Who?
Jamison Williams, the Alabama?
Oh, Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah. I mean, you know what? His first game was complete crap. But I'll tell you what, the Lions these Lions team, they beat the Chiefs. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
They beat the Chiefs, man. And we all know they got a great defense. They got a great offense. And they beat the Chiefs.
So Mr. P is really high on that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. On the Lions, absolutely.
And
Jameson Williams is a stud receiver, but I haven't seen it enough of him.
Their schedule is not that bad either with what they have coming up. They're at the Chargers, which is a winnable game for them because of the head coach clown show that is the Chargers. Then they're at home against Chicago, at home against Green Bay. So their next 3 games certainly very winnable for them.
Oh, even 4 games. They're going up against the Bears twice.
Yeah, they have.
Oh my gosh!
After Green Bay, they're at New Orleans, then they're at Chicago, Denver, at Minnesota. Really, the toughest game down that stretch is Dallas on December 30th, the penultimate game of the season.
Wow.
Because you could see Minnesota certainly falling off now that the Cousins is out for the year. Josh Dobbs, great job coming in and with literally no practice time, and getting a win last week.
So we'll go to Minnesota. As you said, Kirk, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and cousins. tears his ACL by trying to get inside his car, and
He tore his Achilles.
yeah, but wasn't it by trying to sit inside his car he tore it?
Something like that.
Well, no, how do you tear
I feel
it?
bad
Was
for
it? Was
I
it?
do.
I know. I feel bad for him.
He's a great guy, man.
Yeah,
He is a great guy.
yeah. No, because we're in the Northern Virginia area. I love brothers, sisters, and cousins. But Minnesota's won 4 in a row. Obviously, the studs there. What do you think about Jordan Addison?
Stud, but I feel like the wheels are getting ready to come off for the team itself.
Okay. Now,
I love Josh Dobbs, but I just don't see him being able to enjoy long-term success.
no, let's not talk about Josh Dobbs. See, that's your Pittsburgh's homer. He sucks. He's terrible. Terrible.
He's a genius, though. He's literally a rocket scientist.
Yeah. But why did you have to squeeze that in?
That's what I'm saying. The wheels are going to come off because he's not going to have long-term success. So they're getting ready to really nosedive here, in my opinion.
Wait. So Josh Dobbs sucks?
Yeah, he used to play for the Steelers.
Oh man.
And-
What do you think about him
and so-
having more yards than Pickett?
He does have stats and a better quarterback rating, for that matter, than Pickett.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. That's what I was just looking at. Like, dude,
Yeah.
Pickett's so. I mean, guys, and he's coming out of the Cardinals.
Wow.
Yeah. All right,
Guys.
enough about Pickett.
Wow. God. Well, a lot of people are getting depressed because Pickett is one of the most hyped up cards I have ever seen in my life this offseason. Everyone
Right, but we're
thought
talking NFC. We're talking
everyone
NFC.
thought you brought up Pickett. You brought up Josh Dobbs as a stud. Oh, why don't you go buy his rookie card and get it graded? Okay. It's gonna cost you more to get it graded than what his card's worth.
No.
Now I'm pissed.
All right,
Josh
let's move
Dobbs.
on. Green Bay.
Green Bay. This one.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Green Bay, and I know what you're about to say. Hey guys, what do you think about Jordan Love? Let me tell you what I think about Jordan Love, Green Bay. You guys have been spoiled for 31 years at the quarterback position with Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Guess what, cheeseheads? Welcome to how the other half lives. You're getting ready to go through the doldrums of not having a quarterback because Jordan Love is a clown. He's not going to be good. And I can't wait for Green Bay to go through this down period. You guys were so spoiled for 30 years. You literally have people that don't know what it's like to have bad quarterback play. Like literally grown people who were born, grew up,
Such a good
graduated
point.
high school,
It's such a good
graduated
point.
college, have gone on to start a successful career and don't know what it's like to have bad quarterback play. Guess
Yeah.
what? It's time you got a taste of that.
I mean,
And just to add to that, he does have more yards than Pickett.
there's no way he does. Does he really?
He does 100%. He has more yards than Pickett and Dobbs.
Wow. That's insane. Wow. Okay.
And guess what? Who's playing each other this Sunday?
Green
Oh,
Bay.
perfect.
Oh, Pickett versus Love. Okay, let me ask you something. I admit, when I got back into, the retail investing, sports cards, right? I took 20 years off, got back in. I'll admit it on air that I did invest in Jordan Love.
Wow.
My brother-in-law's kept telling me that
Wow.
he's the next great one. He's like,
Wow.
Green Bay has that type of luck, yada, yada, yada. Give him some time
Yeah.
and you watch him blossom.
He has an arm. No doubt. He has an arm. He can
Matter
throw.
of fact, he's got 2 of them.
Yeah, he's got 2 arms. So dud, you're putting him as a dud
Dud.
after
Sell.
8 games?
Dude, he's been learned. If you can't perform sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for the amount of time that he was, would you think it's going to click all of a sudden?
Very good point. That's a very good point. Wow, very good point. And he's right.
He has so much time to throw too. That line is fantastic.
Oh, that last game that we watched. Watch against the Steelers. But let's take a look at his stats. 81.9 quarterback rating. Meanwhile,
Yeah, 1,720 yards. Completion rate is 59.6%.
and he's averaging 215 yards a game. I would not call that a dud. 12 touchdowns, so he's on pace for 24 touchdowns. He's on pace for, not quite 4,000 yards, but close to 4,000 yards.
Yeah, you gotta give him a shot. I think he's just.
And he just turned 25.
Yep.
So, and he's a big guy, right? He's 6'4", 220 pounds. But as Sleggs, he sees him as a complete dud.
The only thing that I see wrong with Jordan Love is, have you ever seen him like after he throws a bad pass? He just looks like he's gonna cry.
Yeah.
He always looks.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh!
I remember you pointing that out to me, and we'll get to this in a second. I would like to know everyone's take on Caleb Williams. Speaking of crying, but at the recent card show that we went to, Mr. P, was there anyone talking about Jordan Love?
No one was actually. You know, it's funny. No one was talking about Jordan Love, but there were people talking about Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Still.
Wow. So Jordan Love, he's gonna mark him as a dud. So what's your mark? Hold or buy or sell?
I would watch and see, but
So hold.
yeah, I would hold.
You wouldn't sell the cards?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And excuse us, guys. Jeff just had a run to the bathroom for number 2. He'll be back in a second.
Guys, this guy, his bow is like something you've never seen before.
Imagine a cotton candy machine. That's his bow.
Yeah. Okay. So number 2 in his case is diarrhea times 10. Okay. This guy is not a human being. God's biggest mistake. And here at Prophets and Ballers, we're all about God as a given. We love God. We don't push it on anyone, but the miracles that we see around us, the beautiful thing. Just what happened with Jeff is interesting.
Not even a bidet can help him.
Bidet can't help him. A human being with no neck. So at some point, you're going to see our faces, and I want you guys to leave a comment if you've ever seen a human being like Jeff Slagle. I mean, just a Minecraft character. Just a Minecraft character. Okay, so he bideted up. Did the bidet work?
Salts. Funny you bring that up because I've heard rumors that you use bidets as drinking fountains. What is up with that?
That's a good one.
Water fountains.
That's a good one. Uh, so, so Mr. P has a hold on Jordan Love. I have a hold on Jordan Love. You have a sell on Jordan Love. To the
No.
Chicago Bears we go. They pulled out a squeaker last night as they won 19-16 in a fantastic, exciting, fabulous football game between Carolina and Chicago. The NFL is really crushing it with these Thursday night football games. Beautiful, beautiful decision by Roger Goodell. If you missed that game, I hope you
Shame on
you use the DVR, because I'm gonna watch that game as soon as I'm done with this podcast. That game was unbelievable. Okay, Justin Fields didn't play, but Bagent played. Is Bagent a stud, dud, or who the hell is he?
Man,
Guys, I wish
like we said, folks, Jeff's bowel movements are a big problem here. And
What was the question?
so. Bagent, is he a stud, dud, or who the hell is he?
Who is he?
Like, how the hell did he squeak into the NFL?
Hey, no, in all seriousness, if you're good enough for the league will find you. And he's another example of that. Division II, and he's in the NFL. However, cute story, enough.
Tell that to Nate Peterson. Okay, the NFL found someone that threw 5 interceptions a game.
You know the funny thing about that? You bet on him that game.
Did I?
Yeah.
When he played for the Bills?
Yes.
Oh my God!
His very
Against
first
Brady?
when he got the start, you actually played. You bet on the Bills that game. They're getting like, I don't know, 4 or 5 points, and immediately it was 35-0.
And Nate Peterson had like 6 interceptions.
Yeah, and you backed him.
Oh, I
Just
mean, I'm allowed to lose some games.
Brilliant call.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay, so Bagent, who the hell is he? Is my stance. But guess what? I would buy some rookie cards of his, because, as Slagle said, I mean, if you find your way into the NFL, that's a tall mountain to climb. It's like climbing Jeff's head. This dude's got a long head, boys. Can't wait for you guys to see him on camera. A human being with no neck. So, where the hell's your neck, dude? Turn off the monitor. I can't take it. Turn it off. Turn off the monitor. I can't see him. I just can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Can you turn this camera off?
The reason you can't see is your fat rolls are
I can't
rolling
do
down
it.
over your eyelids.
I can't. I mean, are we playing
Who has fat
Minecraft or are we
eyes?
doing a podcast?
That's what I want to know. How can you be so obese that your eyes are fat? I didn't know that was a thing.
All right. You put me in my place. Okay.
And stay tuned for next week when Saltz makes another appearance on my 600-pound life.
Okay. When we go to Chicago, it's Justin Fields. Buy, hold, or sell. Now that you see CJ Stroud, right? Do you see Justin Field having that same type of talent, or absolutely not?
I don't, but I'd still hold on him because there's so much talent. There's so much raw talent there that I wouldn't give up on him just yet. I think he's made some strides this year, to be honest with you, which Chicago fans might think I'm crazy. but I have seen instances of improvement, especially early in games when he's on script. He's looked really good. And I just feel like with more experience, you're going to see him start to ascend.
And I agree with you. I'm really high on Justin Fields. For the short amount of time that he played, he's got 11 touchdowns, which is pretty impressive, right? A 92
Yeah, I mean,
quarterback
he's only
rating.
played 6 games.
Yeah, 1,200 yards, averaging 200 yards a game.
He's
He
got a good
stays
quarterback
healthy.
rating.
He stays healthy. Do you see him being that Cam Newton type of quarterback? He's 6'3", 230.
Yeah, I could see him definitely stepping up into that kind of role. Like I said, when you see his performance early in games, when they're on their script, I think his quarterback rating's well over 100, and it's when they the game progresses, and they're no longer on the script is when he's had his troubles. But the dude needs to play. He needs experience. So if he's enjoying success on the script, to me, that tells me the ability's there. He just needs to be able to see game action under live bullets, under live fire, and he'll be able to take that step.
And folks, we've brought up his name so many times, but this is the scary thing about Kenny Pickett. Justin Fields is in his third year, and he's younger than Kenny Pickett. Because Kenny Pickett played 8 years for the University of Pittsburgh. Isn't Kenny Pickett's older than all these guys? Do you understand what I'm saying, Slags? Okay, we have a little technical difficulty right now. And guess who it is? Jeffrey Slagle. He can't hear us.
Now I can.
Now you can. Okay.
God, that was heavenly not hearing you. Jesus. Can
Yeah.
you mute it again?
Think about this. Justin Fields is in his third year and still younger than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett was what was Pickett? Pickett was what did he go to Pitt for 9 years?
Yeah. 9 years. 9 years.
I mean, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
He went to what's the community college over there?
CCAC.
Yeah, so he went to CCAC for 4 years to get what's a
To get a
2-year
2-year
degree?
degree.
AA?
To get a 2-year degree. Then he went to Pitt for 6 years.
Yeah.
Pickett's 34.
So, you know what? Let's take a look at Pickett's age. Kenny Pickett. Okay, he just turned 25, which is good. June 6th. So, but his floor should be so high, right? 25 years
think.
old.
Yeah.
All these other guys are 22, 23. As a matter of fact, I think Trevor Lawrence is younger than him. Imagine that. Trevor Lawrence is 24 years old. Talk about stacking up rookie cards. He's only 24 years old, and he's playing in his third year, and he's a stud already. So you have to look at the age of the player also when you're collecting these cards. But so it sounds like you still have faith in Justin Fields.
Yep.
I definitely do. So let's go to New Orleans, the New Orleans Saints. Outside of Olave, he was great last year. Not that hot this year, or is he? I mean, they're in first place. They're probably going to go to the playoffs.
by default, because somebody has to come out of that division.
Yeah. So they're gonna go to the playoffs, and that's about it.
Yeah, that I'm gonna be honest with you, that's about it. That's as much as I want to spend on New Orleans. As far as Atlanta, that's enough of that. We've mentioned enough there.
Who's better, Derek Carr or Jameis Winston?
Who cares? I mean, seriously, you literally the team. The funny thing about it is the team that we need to be talking about is the team that's in last place, Carolina, because we need to discuss, is Bryce Young going to be a guy?
Well, don't you think
Right?
don't you think Tampa Bay is going to need a quarterback here coming up?
Oh, 100% they're going to need a quarterback.
Or do you think
1000%.
Kyle Trask is the answer?
Yeah, it's funny, but Baker's actually having a good year for them. So, we're kind of crapping on them. But
Yeah, Baker
Baker's
would be
shown-
classified as a stud this year.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's the dude's thrown for he's averaging 233 yards a game. He's got 1,800 some yards. He's got 12 TDs, 4 picks. I mean, is he Patrick Mahomes? No. But is he, the sole reason why they stink? No. He's actually the reason why they're not 1-8 like Carolina.
Yes, and drum rolls, please. Can you just shake your face, and we'll hear some drum rolls with all the chins hitting one another. Go ahead, start shaking your face. Okay, skin to skin. That's Jeff's chins hitting one another. Okay, the $1 million question. Did you watch him play last night?
Bryce Young?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, break him down.
I mean, he's running for his life right now. I think they're on their 4th string guard. The offensive line is a complete joke. I actually saw some things last night that I liked out of Bryce. And let's face it, he's alone right now. I mean, the dude is trying to do it all by himself, right? So, but the thing about Bryce is extremely intelligent, knows how to process quickly. He played at a big time high school out in California. So it's like this guy's been playing high level competition his entire life.
Where did he play in California?
What's that?
Where did he play in California?
Mater Dei.
Okay. And then he went to Alabama. He started
Right.
He started what, his sophomore year?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying it's the personnel. Do you
Well,
see,
they don't have anything around him. They don't name a player. Let's play that game. Name a player.
No, I mean, I agree.
Any player. It doesn't have to be a skill position. Just name a player.
Yeah, I mean the only reason I know Chuba Hubbard is because of the cards, right?
Right.
But no, you have a great point. But my question to you is, folks, Jeff Slagle is a coach, so that's why we throw a lot of questions at him. Yeah, when you coach, are you on like inside a golf cart? How are you coaching and how are you getting around?
Oh, dude, it's moped. It's a moped. Have you seen those mopeds?
2 tires won't hold him up.
No.
He needs 4 tires.
You just imagine Jeff as Paul, what's his name? Paul something?
Onion?
No, the mall cop.
the mall cop with the two wheels, you know?
Yeah, I
And
didn't watch
Paul
that
Blart.
movie. Oh, Bart.
Paul
Blart.
Blart.
Blart,
Yeah,
you
Paul Blart.
dumbass. It's Blart.
Yeah, Blart, the mall cop.
Yeah.
Look, Jeff knows it because he loves it.
Have you tried that? I would invest in a golf cart. I really would. But the thing is, you have to take the top off because your head's so long. You'll knock the roof right off. My goodness, you're a mess. Okay.
What were we talking about?
Bryce Young. So you still see talent in him. Is
Well,
he a
yeah,
buy
I mean,
or a
Christ,
hold?
it's been 8 games, and can we give the guy a year or two before we start dumping him?
So you're still a buyer. My guess is you're still a buyer.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. That wraps up the NFC part 2. Please catch part 1 where we break down the AFC studs and duds. And then I hope you guys enjoyed the NFC studs and duds today with us. I'm going to go out with, let's do something fun here. Slags, do you want to give your pick of the week to all the followers?
The game pick of the week?
Yeah. There's a lot.
The card pick of the week.
There's a lot of great games. Broncos Bills Monday Night Football is a good game.
In what universe? Do you think it's 2014 and we got Peyton Manning on the Broncos, or what are you talking about?
So
That game sucks.
So what are we thinking? Let's give these guys a winner. Let's give these guys a winner.
Okay, so you got some intriguing games here. Browns Ravens is intriguing. Niners Jaguars intriguing. Lions Chargers intriguing. Now, you have of those games, the Niners favored on the road over the Jags by a field goal. You have Detroit favored on the road over the Chargers by a field goal. You have the Ravens at home favored by 6.5 over Cleveland. Ravens have been rolling, right? They've been smashing teams. I actually like the points with the Brownies in this because regardless,
Slags' pick of the week. Do you want to do a 3? You want to do a 3 and then mark him 1 as a star pick?
what, 1 to 3 stars? You mean?
No, just pick 3 games and then mark 1 as your favorite play.
All right, so I'll take San Fran -3 on the road over Jacksonville. I take the Browns +6.5 on the road over the Ravens. And then your final matchup, Detroit and the Chargers. Let's see, the Lions are favored by 3. If I had gun to head on the Lions game, I'd actually take the Chargers as the home dog, but that's my least favorite out of
Except
the
you have
3.
dildo to head.
Yeah. So I'd take Browns +6.5 as my 5-star.
So Browns is your main play.
Yeah.
The Browns.
Now, I already know yours. You're going to take the Giants +17 over Dallas. They'll get fucking cut out 35-0.
I can't do that. Believe it or not, I like Green Bay plus the 3.5
over the Pigs.
Yeah. Folks, we call this.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, every game the Steelers play is you got to grind your teeth to even, gain yards. So I can definitely see the dog as the play there.
I love the Cardinals.
Why?
So I like the Cardinals,
Why?
and then uh, let's see. What do you
Dude,
think about the
you take the
Washington
Cardinals
Seattle
every
game?
week.
That's a tight game. I will go with either Denver or the Chargers. So I'm gonna go. Okay, folks. Here's my winners for you guys. Green Bay plus 3.5. Green Bay plus 3.5. Arizona plus 1.5. And my favorite play, the Chargers plus 1.5. Now,
That line's
folks,
3.
if we were doing this on
I thought that
game
line
day,
was 3.
huh?
I thought that line was 3.
What line's 3?
The Chargers.
They're getting 3 points?
Yeah, isn't it 3? Yeah, the Chargers are getting 3 right now
Okay.
against the Lions.
Either way, folks, if we were giving out picks on game day, and you guys know this, we would rip the board apart because we do get, Sunday information. And as a matter of fact, for our football plays, we rely all night Saturday and all morning Sunday to get the, winners. That's why we always say politics is our passion. Sports is a living for us. We have to win these games, and God is a given. So, we'll give you guys picks, but, take it for face value. It's not a Sunday. If we were giving out these picks on a Sunday, then you would know there's real information behind the picks that were given. So, having said that, I've enjoyed my time with you guys. Thank you, Mr. P. Thank you, Slags. You guys are always great sports, folks. There's a lot going out there right now. I mean, wars, you name it, inflation, bad economy. Slags, am I missing anything?
You got
His
it.
head.
Yeah, so it's tough, and we feel for everyone. So please help us beat these algorithms. So you have something to listen to and enjoy. We're here to make you laugh, to pass some time and enjoy yourselves. So Mr. P, tell them how they can get free cards. And we're talking great cards, free cards, and where to find us.
Yeah, so every video that we post on YouTube, if you just give us a like, subscribe, and comment, you'll be entered in the giveaway automatically. And we reach out to you and say, hey, send us a DM and let's talk about what cards to pursue. That's it. There's no strings attached except for something that takes 5 seconds of your time, which is to like and subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment, we really do appreciate it, guys. Yeah, that's all. And find us on our regular channels, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
all the social media platforms,
and Twitter, of course, or X.
Yeah, or X. Yes, all the social media platforms, and then obviously, you got YouTube, and you'll see all the card reviews there as well. Well, that's where you will see the card reviews. And lately, Mr. P has put some of the card reviews on our Twitter page, which is pretty cool. But yeah, please find us, support us. The only way we can continue to do this and review just about any product you want for us to review. All we're asking is help us beat the algorithms. Keep your chins high, guys. Been tough moments around the world, but you know, as Louis Armstrong said, it's a beautiful world. From us to you, much love, Prophets and Ballers. Bye, guys.